Welcome to the third mini lecture of our MOOC. Today, we are going to cover on the types of plant layout and the use of labor-intensive or capital-intensive technology. As usual, let's begin by trying to define what the plant layout is. Plant layout simply means the arrangement of machinery, equipment, and employees. Why is the plant layout important for us? Well, one of the tips that coffee shop owners has been giving to us is that the layout of the coffee shop is important to ensure that the coffee shop can produce maximum number of cups while minimizing the employees' effort and at the same time maintain the attractiveness of the coffee shop. Generally, there are three types of plant layout available. All these layouts are different from one another and they can be used to produce different types of goods. Let's take a look at each one. The first one is called the process layout. Notice in the picture there how it looks like. This layout is created when we have several different operations to create small batches of different products, and it is arranged so that each operation can perform its own particular area. When the raw materials enter the operation, the raw materials will move direct to the place or what we call the workstation without any sequence according to its need before it became an output or finished good. Example of this is the car servicing shop. If your car is broken and you send it to the repair shop, once the mechanic identifies the problem of your car, let's say your engine is broken, the mechanic will straight away send your car to the engine repair workstation to fix the problem. Even though there are other workstations in the repair shop like safety inspection, wheel alignment, bodywork or others, there is no need for your car to go through all the other workstations, thus saving time and effort. This is the example of a process layout. The second type of layout is one of the most common type of layout for a factory setting. This is called the product layout. The product layout is also sometimes referred to as the assembly line. Notice from the picture how the raw materials have to undergo the same operation in sequence from one place or called workstation to another. Again, like what I have just mentioned just now, this product layout is popular for the factory setting, especially related to the electronic companies. The third and last plant layout is the fixed position layout. This type of layout is needed when we are producing a very large product, normally airplanes, ships and building. Notice from the picture how the product remains at their own location while the workstation moves around the product to build it until it is a finished good. How about our coffee shop? Which one do you think is the most suitable layout for our coffee shop? Alright, let's move on to another aspect of production, which is the technology chosen by the producers. As the producers, regardless if you are producing computers, table sets or even coffee, you still need to choose the type of technology to produce. In general, there are only two types of technology used by producers. It is either labor-intensive technology or the capital-intensive technology. The labor-intensive technology is actually a process in which people do most of the production work, while the capital-intensive technology is where the machines and equipments do the production work. So what do you think a coffee shop should choose? Is it the labor-intensive technology or the capital-intensive technology? Before you make the decision, allow me to highlight some important things about these two. If you decide to choose the capital-intensive technology and decided to rely more on the machines and equipment, the main disadvantage of making this choice is that you would have to bear huge initial investment costs to buy the machines and equipment, which is really costly. But you would enjoy huge advantage in terms of low day-to-day or month-to-month operating costs. Now, if you decide to choose the labor-intensive technology and rely more on the human resources, the main disadvantage is that you will have to bear huge operating costs to pay for these employee salaries and benefit. But you will save a lot in terms of the initial investment cost. You will save money by not having to buy the machines and equipment much. Second thing that we would like to highlight is that you do not need to copy other coffee shops just because they are in the same industry as you are. For example, BMW and Rolls-Royce are both in the same industry, producing high-end quality cars. However, they are using totally opposite type of technology. BMW is using the capital-intensive technology and rely mostly on the machines and equipments to produce their cars, while Rolls-Royce is using the labor-intensive technology to produce their cars. So, again, what type of technology do you think your coffee shop